All right, guys, what's up? I'm Justin Swanstrom. Welcome back to. It ain't even welcome back. We started this up a while ago. We started racing and we weren't able to finish it. And I said for the longest time I was going to build a podcast room and we were going to bring back Swan Talk. So that's where we're at right now. We got the podcast room finished. You can see the furniture just came in. Got our coffee table and countertops, and now we're here to bring officially Swan Talk. We're going to have a lot of, special guests coming in. One thing I wanted to do was there's a lot of podcasts I see out there. There's a lot of racing podcasts I see out there, and they're always doing some kind of Zoom call or something over the computer. And I feel like it's not genuine or authentic unless they are right in front of you. What do you think?
I mean, you can edit out a Zoom call.
Yeah,
you can edit out this too when they're in the room, but it should be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it's like if I'm talking right across from Kai Kelly, he's got to answer the hard questions.
Exactly.
So that's one thing I wanted to do is to be able to have our podcast where we will fly the guest in. We'll make sure they're taken care of, stayed up hotel, everything, and they can come through and be a guest on our new show. We will be working on getting this on all other platforms, as in Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're working with that right now. So this first podcast is going to be a little rough, but we want to thank each and every one of y'all that has tuned in and is going to listen to us. We'll make sure we get Big Daddy Brian on here, Big Country. We'll even bring Skyler, our editor, on sometimes. We'll even have a boys' night. So there's a lot of things that this thing can turn off into, and I'm glad to be able to officially have the room somewhat done. There's some things that we still got to finish and get hung up on the walls to be able to keep moving forward. But anyways, that's enough of me talking about that. Again, welcome to Swan Talk. It's completely new to us, and let's see what we go on and do with it. So right here, I got Slinky with me. Go ahead and say hi, man.
Hey, what up, guys?
There you go. So we basically are on a little 1 week break from Street Outlaw, No Prep King Season 6. We just left Idaho.
It's a well-needed break.
Needed break.
Needed break.
The last 2 weeks has been miserable. I won't lie.
So bad.
I take that back. Last 3 weeks has been miserable because, we had 1 week off and Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We didn't have the week off.
We didn't have the week off, but there was no racing event. We went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's back it up real quick. Y'all seen the videos on my main channel. We went and tested Orlando. We made 8 passes. Right down the track. Fast. Everything was good. I don't know what the hell happened.
Me neither.
It's just we went to Tulsa, and we just had bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. We left Tulsa because we lost first round. Left Tulsa. We stayed at Dwayne Mills' house, Callie Mills. Shout out to the Mills family. They were able to put us up in their little special guest bedroom. Badass place.
Yeah, it was so nice.
Super dark.
Oh my god.
There was one day. I think we slept till like 2 or 3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Because it was so dark in there. And I tell people all the time, if I have any kind of light or if I see any kind of light, like I'll wake up. I don't know why it is. I don't know if anybody else is out there like that. But if our room is dark, like pitch black, and that AC's down to about like 66, I will sleep all day long.
It was nice though.
It was a very nice place. So shout out to them for letting us stay. But that don't mean that we didn't do nothing. We left Tulsa, Oklahoma. We decided we were going to make some transmission and converter changes, go out and test.
Well, we didn't have a choice to make. We had to change that.
What happened?
Converter exploded. The bolt snapped off.
It did do that. And so we had to make a change. Yeah. So we put a new transmission converter in it, went out and tested. Didn't do too good. Couldn't make it out past 100 foot. Took it back to Dwayne's house. Changed the converter stator again. Went back out testing the following day. And then that's when all hell broke loose. We backfired again, fucked up a set of heads, messed up an intake, went and put it back together at Dwayne's house, went back out there, tested. What did we make? 2 passes. 1 pass was shook. Second pass got it to about 500 foot, backfired again. Boom, done. Fucked up another set of heads. Was a bad deal. Stayed out there. By this time, it's Saturday, I believe.
Yeah. Saturday.
It's 108 degrees. We were out there all day trying to tear this motor apart, put new rings, rods, pistons. Went through the whole motor, checked all the lifters, checked out all the push rods, everything. Put another set of heads on it, and tested again. Made 2 330 hits.
Yeah.
Was good. Went down the track, went fast. I told Dwayne. Dwayne's like, you want to make another pass? And I'm like, nah, let's load this thing up and let's head to Idaho. We got 2 330 successful passes, and it's time to go to Idaho. Went to Idaho, unloaded off the trailer, made it to about 60 foot, hazed the tires. Good thing it did because, we had a front steering problem. And steering had a lot of vibration in it because some of the stuff was loose on it. But we got that fixed. Went out there for our second pass. Car felt great. Left the starting line. Got out there about the 330. Picked the wheels back up again. And I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. I said,
you know what happened?
What happened, Slink? They did do that. I knew it was coming, too. I was in the car. I said, I was going down through there, and I picked the wheels back up, and I said, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. The finish line's almost there. It's coming. Boom. Pew! That's all you heard. Like, I feel like I go to sleep. That's all I hear now. So, like, I'm in the car. I'm just, at that point, I was just like, I don't even know what I was thinking. It was more just a laughing matter. Like, what the fuck do we got going on?
So Corey drives a little moped up to the start line now. So I push the car, push him up there, and I go get him. I got back there, and I'm expecting him to be, man, what the hell? This piece of shit. We got down to the other end of the track. The blower's leaning on the side of the car. And he's just laughing, talking to us like, well, I guess we got to do this again. And I'm like, that's the first stage of grief, denial right there.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. So, we got the car back. Worked on it all night. Didn't sleep. Took the guys to the hotel. Got to the hotel, I believe, at like 4:30 in the morning. Took showers, turned around, and went right back out there. Started working on it again. I think we fired the car up at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And the first round was at 2:15.
Yep.
So it was pretty brutal. It was pretty rough. It fucked a lot of shit up whenever we backfired that one there. That was it was a pretty extreme one. Probably one of the worst out of the 4 or 5 last passes we've made. They've all backfired, guys. So got it all together. Me and Dad, we were talking with each other, and we said, we're going to go ahead and change everything. We're going to change the FT Spark. We're going to change the FT 600. We're going to change the injector drivers inside the box. We are going to change the injectors along the motor. We are also going to change the wiring harness inside the car because we cannot find out why it keeps doing this. Well, if we change it all, it has to fix itself. Mm-hmm. It has to. So we're going up. We pull Sean Nova, which he has stepped his game up this year.
Hey, he has gotten fast.
I'm not lying. Last year, there was times that he was extremely fast. But I felt like he was inconsistent. Mm-hmm. He beat my ass last year. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's 4-0 against me now.
Yeah, you've never.
I've never beat him, but I don't know if it's 3-0 or 4-0, whatever it is. Listen, he's beat my ass. But last year he would put a good pass together, and the passes that he ran against me, he put a good pass together. But there were sometimes he was inconsistent. He worked on his combo. He worked on his car. He came out this year, and he's only getting better and better. He went to the semifinals this last race. He's been going rounds and then be able to go to the semifinals there. But, he freight trained me the first round. I shook the tires. I think we would have gave him a good race, but that wasn't the the meaning behind that. What I was trying to get to was, like I told everybody out there, if I could just make it to the finish line without backfiring the blower, I had already won the race. I was good with that. Hindsight 2020, if I could have done it over again, I would have pedaled the car a little bit more and made a full rip to the finish line to see if it was going to backfire. So we honestly don't know if it's going to backfire again. No. Hopefully it don't. I don't want to because it's costing a lot of money. But we are going to Colorado. We're not in the grade 8. We did fall back to 10th place. Where we're able to gain up points on it. Like, there's a lot of racing left in the season, but we are in 10th place, so we're going to get to make 3 or 4 passes Friday night in Colorado. So hopefully the first pass goes good, and it doesn't backfire.
That's honestly all I want. If we go out first round again, but we don't backfire, I'll be.
No. Take that back. We're not going out first round.
No, I said if, but we're not. We're gonna go win Colorado.
I am done with this whole going out first round.
Yeah, 2 weekends in a row.
You might as well not even fucking show up to the race if you're going to go out first round. Like, I'm done with that, and we got to work on our program. We about to bust our ass. I mean, we've been busting our ass, but we about to bust it in the higher gear.
We just got to work a little bit harder.
Got to work a little bit harder. That's what Slinky told us. Slinky said we got to work a little bit harder. So we are going to be showing up in Colorado. We got a lot of parts showing up. We're going to be making some changes. We are going to be in 9,000 foot of air. So there's going to be hardly any breathing out there, you know.
I already can't breathe down here.
Yeah, you're going to struggle when you get up there.
They sell cans of air for $13.
If you go buy a can of air, I don't know what we're going to do. If you buy a can of air, I'm not going to let you do that.
No.
I give you $100, though, if you could run up the hill.
I could run up anything. It's just the fact of
stop it.
No, it's just
$100. We get to Colorado. You run from the bottom of the staging lanes up to the top.
I can do it. It's just the after that's fine. That's the problem.
$100. You run from the bottom of the staging lanes up to the top of the staging lanes.
I mean, I can run. I can do whatever you want. It's just the after effect.
So are you gonna do it or are you not?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it faster too.
Right now, we need to go ahead and clip this. $100.
Yeah.
That you start at the bottom of the staging lanes and you run to the top of the staging lanes.
How far is that?
I don't know how far it is, but you got to you can't walk. So you got to have some kind of slow jog or something.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I can make that easily.
Deal. Locked it in. That's locked. So, it's been a rough year. Slinky will show you. Is that a gallon sweet tea? Who the hell brings a gallon of sweet tea?
I do.
Dude, come on.
What? I've been drinking on it for a few days now, dude. Just take a couple sips here and there. You get a little thirsty.
You're supposed to drink a gallon of water a day, Slink, not a gallon of sweet tea.
Well, I drink half of it, watered down a little bit.
So, back to this brutal season.
Yeah.
This is Slinky's first year with MPK. Why don't you go ahead and explain to them what it's like, to race on our team? I feel like I'm doing all the talking, so I want you to talk more, Slink. Let the guys know who you are. What do you do? How's this year doing for you? And if you're liking it or not.
Well, everybody knows I'm Slinky. Look at the shirt. It is my first year. Let's see. I asked Justin if I could come on this year and learn. I said, I'm very teachable. I can learn very quick. The motor stuff is still new to me yet. So, I just stand back, pay attention, watch what they do. If they need help on something little, take some bolts out, I can do that. But mainly right now, doing the tires before we leave the pit. When the car comes back, I get up under there. I take the pans off. I put the fans up under there. Let's see. I do the oil every Thursday, training fluid. Check for leaks up under the car when it's sitting, whenever he pulled out from the trailer. Basically anything anybody needs, they just holler at me, hey, can you do this? Grab me this tool, do this for me. I get the fuel every day. I like it. It's a lot of work, though. I'll tell you that much right now. Somebody told me, said, man, you're lucky to go racing with them. I said, why don't you come one race weekend with us? Tell me how lucky you feel.
It is a lot. The competition's gotten stiffer this year.
I'm talking about the work.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into running this type of program.
This is a high velocity racing right here. This isn't no show up on a Friday afternoon on it with a no time car in a small block and just never check the plugs or do nothing. Just go make a lap, come back and chill and hang out. This is we go make a pass, come back. We got 45 minutes to an hour, and we're working the whole time in between those rounds. There is no sit down, hang out, get on your phone or nothing. Like I put my phone up in the toolbox. I don't touch it all day. There's no time for it.
It does. It's a tough deal, and I tell people all the time. There's a lot of people that think they could just come out there and do it, or put a program together to come out and do it. And I tell people all the time to try it. Come on out. Come show us. Come show me.
Yeah. If you know an easier way, come tell us. Cause
yeah, it's hard. And in some of the events, you know, we get 25 or 30-minute turnarounds.
Yeah.
Just depends on if we're on a curfew or anything. But what did you do before?
I worked for your dad. I was an operator on a vac truck. Pretty much the same thing. You know, if he needed something done, I went and did it. He needs me to stay at the shop, change tires all day. I did that. He needed me to go out of town. I was the out of town guy. I mean, my family is a very small family here, so I don't really need to stay here. I live in a camper right out front here. I mean,
Slinky lives on the property right in front of the shop.
So I mean, I don't really have a house to go back to. So it's if your dad needed me to go out of town, I went out of town. There was no questions asked. I just said, "How long do you need me to pack for?" And I went.
Yeah. And how long did you do that for?
I started 2019, and I left May. I think I left May of this year, so 4 years. 4 years and a few months.
And it started out as a trial deal. I mean, I was honest with Slinky in the beginning. I told him straightforward. I said, "Hey, listen, you've been with me since the beginning that I started my channel and my social medias. And I'll give you an opportunity, and what you do with it is on you. I will try to show you as much as I can. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't got to show Slink, as in, like he said, getting inside the motor and all that. He kind of understands the fundamental of it, especially in the last 3 weeks. I feel like right now he could tear a motor apart. But I told him, I said, whatever you do with it will be on you. Our friendship will never change if it doesn't work out. You go on and do your thing. You don't want to do it. It's fine by me. I love giving people opportunity and having them prove themselves. I mean, Kyle, for instance, I told Kyle the same thing. I said, Kyle, I'm gonna give you an opportunity. You want to do it? Let's see what you can do. Kyle was a great worker. Kyle knew his way around the car. If I told Kyle, hey, we needed to go ahead and put the car up in the air and we're going to start pulling his motor apart, Kyle could go do that. If he had to pull a transmission to pull a converter, Kyle could go do that. I ain't going to lie. Kyle got in a relationship, and basically the traveling was the hard part on him. And it is, and traveling's hard. I mean, dude, there's times that we were out of town for 6, 7, 8 weeks straight.
That's what we're about to do.
We're about to get into an 8-week race schedule. But Kyle basically came to me and said, hey, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to turn wrenches, and I'd like to step away. This was Tulsa of last year.
Yeah, I remember.
It was on a Tuesday. The race was that Friday. And he's like, but if you want me to go to Tulsa, I will, so I don't put you in a bind. At that time, I had already knew that he was already out of it. There was no point in taking him with us because he already didn't want to go there. Yeah. So he had already made up his mind. So I just told him, I said, listen, no hard feelings. Go ahead and go do what you're doing and go on about your day. We still talk. We still see Kyle. Yeah. Me and Slinky still see Kyle from time to time.
Mm-hmm. Normally, every year we go to Halloween Horror Nights. Now, granted, this year we won't be able to because we'll be racing on this 8-week swing. But we went out to dinner all the time, but racing season started, so we really don't have the time to go see him much anymore.
No, I agree. And so basically, I gave the same thing to Slinky. I said, I'm going to give you an opportunity. You do with what you want to do with it. If it don't work out, it's no hard feelings. We went. What was it? The first 4 races?
We tested in South Carolina first. First, we tested.
Yes,
South Carolina. I couldn't even pin the damn wheelie bars up. I was struggling.
Yeah,
That was rough.
We went to do what?
5 races.
5 races.
5 races. So South Carolina. And
I'm glad we
races.
I'm glad we got Sky. I told you guys this is our first podcast, so it's gonna be a little rough. But I'm glad we got Skylar behind us. But hold on, let me reposition. Ugh.
Are you cold?
Am I cold?
Yeah.
Not really. It is 66 degrees in here though.
Yeah, it is.
So let me go ahead and change this up a little bit. So, anyways, like Slinky said, we did go to South Carolina. Slinky could not pin up the wheelie bars.
Yeah, struggled
bad.
Yeah.
But we got better with it.
He wouldn't even let me touch. Where were we? We went to Minnesota. We went to Ohio, Virginia, and then Minnesota, and we had a freshen up the motor in Minnesota right before.
Yep.
And we needed the oil pan off, and you were the only one there that could do it. And Dwayne came over and said, "Let Slinky do it." And they said, "Nah." When we were at Dwayne's house in Sand Springs, we were at Dwayne's house. Justin left and said, "Hey, you need to take the starter off, the oil pan, start getting the converter bolts out, start getting this transmission done." By the time he got back, I had everything done.
So he's learning.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I can't say about that. When he first started, he couldn't even pin up the wheelie bars. Mm-hmm. And now Slinky's the only one that does the rear of the car, as in taking the tires on and off. Mm-hmm. And my car's harder than anybody's out there because
it's ridiculous. Because
it has stock quarter panels. That's where it's hard on people. The 36-inch tire and now the 34.5. 34.5 is a little bit easier than that 36.
I can't imagine that 36.
Kyle had to do the 36, but that 34.5, it is easier. But Slinky handles the back of the car. He has taken the transmission converter out a couple times now, and like I said, if I need a transmission converter out, I just tell Slinky, let's go ahead and take it out, and I can actually walk away, and Slinky could take the whole training converter out, knows what he's doing, knows what tools go to what. We do have a specialty tool drawer for the motor and the transmission setup. Rear gears, he can change rear gears, so he basically started from the rear of the car and is working his way up to the front. By the end of this year, I will have Slinky trained up to be able to, go through the whole car, be able to tear down motors, be able to put stuff back together. That is the game plan. As long as he wants to stay here. I mean, that's on his deal here.
Well, that's my plan.
Is that your plan?
Yeah, it's my plan.
I mean, listen.
You're going to have to fire me. I'm not going to quit.
Hell yeah.
So
I'll fire a motherfucker in a heartbeat now.
I wish you try me. I told you I'll cross thread each bolt because I'll have 2 threads on it, double the strength.
Dude, messed up, guys. But listen, now we're having fun, and he's doing a good job, and I'm glad I brought him on board. But I'm glad I have my whole crew. Big Daddy Brian, Tony. Big Daddy Brian's been with me the longest. We're gonna get him on the podcast as well. But Tony, he's been with me, I think, going 4 years now. So he has been there. Miss Kim, my mom, Skylar, our editor and our video guy, he has done extremely well. He went to school for editing, never really touched a camera. And basically I told him whenever I hired him, like, hey, I'll give you a shot, give you an opportunity. I'll relocate you. He's from North Carolina. I'll relocate you down to Florida because I need somebody that's going to be here, 24/7. We can build this up to something big. Mm-hmm. And as long as I'm growing, everybody around me will keep growing. And that's how I do everything. I'm not a stingy person. I try to give out as much as I can. Of course, I still have to live my life, and I have a lot of bills that I have to pay for. So there is times where, I stress out a lot because stuff gets tight, but I still try to take care of everybody around me to be able to keep moving this thing forward and keep the train on the tracks. But we work a lot, but we also have fun.
A lot of fun.
And that's one thing I can say about working with y'all two, with Skylar and Slinky, because they're with me 24/7. They're the same age I am, and it works out good that way. And I think we got a good little trio right there. And we'll see where this thing goes off to. I'm excited to see where it goes. But back to the season and Slinky working and everything. We did a couple test sessions. We had to tear down the motor. We did all that. We started running our races. And like I said, we moved on into Tulsa. We just got to Idaho. We went out our first round, but we got some changes coming for Colorado. But this back half of this schedule is going to be brutal.
We thought that 5-race swing to start off was bad.
Ooh.
Hey, man, when we go from Colorado to Vegas. From Vegas, now that's only a 7-hour drive. We do that. I do that with my eyes closed. Well, not with my eyes closed, but you get what I'm saying. We go from Vegas to Ohio, West Salem, Ohio. That's 30 hours.
It's going to be rough.
And that's 30 hours in a car, not hauling a trailer. So in a rig, if we leave Sunday morning, it's probably going to be about 38 to 40 hours. We got to drive at least 12 hours a day to get there by Thursday.
It's going to be a brutal deal. And then we go from Ohio to Michigan.
Yeah.
And then Michigan to Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania to Maple Grove.
Maple Grove. No, Pennsylvania is Maple Grove.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania down to Galat, which is North Carolina.
Yeah.
And then Galat over to Alabama. And then Alabama to Texas.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a brutal schedule. But I also said, there's a lot of races left to be able to still chase after that championship. So I'm not counting the championship out yet. We've only fell back to 10th place.
That's still makeable.
So 2 good races will put you back up in the front,
definitely
high up in the front.
Yeah.
So we're not counting that out, guys. There's still a lot of racing left, but yeah, it's going to be very, very tough, and I think it's going to be all down to who has the most parts. If you break stuff, you don't have time throughout the week to be able to get stuff fixed, because some of the tracks we're going to are 7, 12, 18, 24 hours apart from each other. So you got to drive. You don't have time to fix stuff. So you got to make sure you have a lot of parts in the trailer.
Especially going from the air in Vegas down over to the air in Ohio.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we got to change. You got to change transmission, converter.
You got a 40-hour drive.
Rear gear.
You got a 40-hour drive from Vegas to Ohio. Then you got to set up. Then you got to change the parts. Then you got to get ready for Friday.
Yep. So we kind of got a game plan, but I feel like the game plan is not really going to happen. It doesn't really ever go down that way. And that's the reason why I flew the guys home. We're home for this week. We're going to leave out Monday to head to Colorado. Because I just wanted everybody to come home. I needed to come home. The last couple of weeks have been stressful. We've been spending a bunch of money. I wanted to get away from the car and just basically relax. That's the game plan, just to relax, get some work done around the house.
Oh, we need to get ready for this hurricane, too.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we were coming home to a hurricane. So we got the shop and everything ready. I can't wait to Colorado. I'm not gonna lie. I wanna see how Colorado's gonna do. Definitely just heard that.
Yeah, it's raining.
It's raining outside bad,
hard,
guys.
Yeah.
Luckily, our new podcast room is all secured in.
They did put us in a tornado warning, though.
Did they really?
Yeah, they put all pass go in the tornado warning. So,
dude, I just got a serious. Look at that.
Damn.
That's nice.
You know, we got cameras on too, right?
Yeah, they can't see that.
Good.
That's
good.
nice.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
Low. Sorry, let's get back to the podcast. I got a little distracted there for a second. I'm ready. I'm ready for Colorado. I want to see what's going to happen. I think the car is good. I'm not going to lie. That last pass, firing the car up after we changed the injectors
sounded a lot better.
Dude, sounded mean. Yeah. Even me out there, making that burnout and backing it up, I could just hear how rowdy it sounded. So I think the car is back on what it needs to do.
Sounds like it wants all the power now.
Yeah. And we had a mixture of a couple things that we thought could be wrong. We thought either something's wrong in the wiring, so that's why we changed the harness. We thought maybe something was wrong in the injector drivers. That's what fires the injectors. Yep. And that one thing we can say is we were able to test everything. And Dad was testing. My dad, Big Country, he hooked the computer up, and he tested the injectors, and like you could just hear them just barely pop, 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 pop.
And then
That's
a few
all
of
they do.
them would click hard.
And then a few of them would click hard. So now every cylinder pop, pop, pop. Like you hear it click the injector.
Oh yeah.
So like I said, when we fired it up, it sounded cleaner. It done what it was supposed to do. I hate we weren't able to make that pass, but like I said, we get 3 or 4 passes Friday night in Colorado, so we're gonna be good to go. Back to you, because I want you to talk more.
All right. What do you want to know?
You got me talking, doing the whole
what do you
thing.
wanna know?
These people are gonna get bored just listening to me talk.
They get bored just looking at you sometimes.
Stop it, man.
What do you want to know?
What has been the funnest thing you've done so far this season?
Honestly, the funnest thing to me, it's going to sound crazy to everybody else. Learning how to work on the car. Learning how things work on the car. Learning on how different fuel placements in different injectors and different cylinders affect the motor. Learning how the converter works and how, just how the different gears and everything works inside the car and how the drive shaft spins. And that's fun to me. Just being out there learning, getting the knowledge. I like to just listen sometimes. I don't like to just jump in and put my 2 cents in. Like whenever you're working on the car, I just stand right behind you.
That's Skylar coming in, guys.
Yeah, they can.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. We can hear it in here.
We hear it loud and clear. I could hear when you just said no.
Hey, at least he shut the door this time.
At least Skylar's got this bad thing of not shutting doors whenever he comes in rooms, guys.
Didn't I have AC in North Carolina?
Did you live in a barn? I could believe that.
I will tell you this, though. Skylar does not just edit and film. Skylar does do work on the car. He helps take the cross member out for the transmission.
Drops all the pans.
He drops. If I got to take the tires off or something, and I got to do that now, he'll go under there, take the pans off, make sure the converter is all good for me.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say. Skylar's learning too, and we'll bring him in on a podcast as well. Maybe we'll have like a boys podcast every month now and then. We'll just basically talk about life and what we got going on and racing and everything. But what's we've been to what? So we were at
8 races.
Have we been to 8 races?
7.
7 races.
7 races.
What's the funnest track we've been to, or the most viewable track to you?
To me, viewable. I love the scenes in Idaho. Driving, the mountains in the background and stuff. That's why I cannot wait to race in Colorado.
Tell them about your driving in the mountains when it's raining.
Oh, I can't see. Like I wear glasses. Driving in the mountains. We were coming from Idaho to Colorado, and up there on the top of the mountains, the lightning. Normally in Florida you see the lightning come down. When you're up in the mountains, you're in the lightning. There is no see lightning come down. You're in it. I'm like this.
I did. I looked over and Slinky was at 11-2. And he's actually like sat up in the seat. Hold on a minute. Let me try this. Like, say this is the steering wheel right here, and like he's like past the steering wheel.
I can't. It's hard.
I don't know if he was trying to like zoom in and try to look through the windshield more. And I don't know if he was able to see more than what he would if he just sat back in the seat. But
so without glasses, I can't see far or close. Everything is blurry. Like everything. Like I can see this now. If I take these off, it's completely blurry. I can't read it. So
you were really trying to focus.
I was really trying to focus.
At one point, dude, he even turned the radio down.
I turned the radio off.
Just so he could focus.
So I could focus a little bit more.
And I looked at him. I said, Slink, you all right? He said, I'm going to get us there, man.
I'm going to get us there. Now, to me, that was the most viewable track, but Minnesota.
What about Minnesota?
I love that track. The people there
good track.
They were friendly there. That apartment was nice.
The apartment was nice. I rented an apartment for everybody.
The bar, they got the bar there. You walk in and, people want to buy you drinks and want to have fun and just hang out with you. Right then and there, they're not fans. They're just other people wanting to hang out with you.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say is that, the social media growing and the name growing, I feel like anywhere we go, we get stopped by somebody.
Where were we going? We were going from Kai's house up to Tulsa. And that guy, we were driving down the road. Just driving, and some guy pulls up next to us. pull over. I want to get a picture.
Like I thought there was something wrong with the truck. He's like, no, pull over. So I rolled the window down. He's like, right there. He's like, I just want to get a photo. So I thought he was gonna do some cool shit and like try to take a photo like while we're driving. He's like, and I'm like, yo, I'll pull over up here. And I if he would have got a photo right there, that would have been some, cool ass shit. But
Definitely.
he's like, nah, you need to pull over. So I was already going to pull over, but like he insisted on keep saying it. So I said, all right. So I got to the red light, turned over real quick, hopped out of the vehicle. He's like, hey man, we're big fans of the show, me and my family. I watch it religiously every week. We just want to get a photo with you. And I was like, all right, cool. So we took a photo and then we got back on the road. And dude, we were somewhere in the middle of Mississippi. What about the gas station we were at? And the guys come up.
We were driving. Where
were we driving from?
When was that?
Weren't we driving from New England?
Yeah, we were driving from New Hampshire
back to Florida.
Yeah, we were in Virginia.
We stopped somewhere in Virginia.
2:00 in the morning.
2:30 in the morning, and like I hopped out the vehicle, went inside, tired as shit. Got a Gatorade, some Sour Patch Kids. Was on the way back out, and like
he knew you from the Grudge era.
He knew me from the Grudge era. Like he's like, dude, I remember when you had Apocalypse. Mm-hmm. You were doing good in Grudge racing. How you been doing? I try to follow as much as I can. I heard that you were starting to run on a TV show, Street Outlaws, and then we just kind of got into talking about it. Another one of his buddies pulled up like behind him, and he's like, yo, I know you too. And I was like, holy shit. So that was a cool feeling. And I can honestly say that this thing's growing because like I can go to a lot of places or like be at events and people will come up and be like, yo, I know you. And that's fucking awesome to me. And I tell people all the time, if you ever see me out in public or what I got going on, if you want to hang out, you want to talk, you want to go get a drink, you want to take a photo, come ask us. Yeah. Like, I'm not one of those people. I know there's some of them out there like, oh, if I'm in public and I'm with people, I don't want you coming up to me. That ain't us.
No.
If you see me and Slink out in public and you want to come up and hang out, take a photo, do whatever, come get our attention.
Yeah.
Same thing we do at the racetrack. I tell fans all the time, come up. If you want to come hang out, you want to come look at the car, that's why I don't put no ropes up around my car, guys. Come up. Come look at it. We are there to give y'all the experience. So make sure you come up, come take photos, come hang out around the car, come talk to us. You can talk to me, talk to Skylar, talk to Slinky, Big Daddy Brian. I mean, all of us were all pretty friendly. It's one thing I drive on, and to be able to keep pushing forward is the fan interaction.
Yeah, definitely.
Without the fans, we wouldn't be able to do none of this. Especially me. So I wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. So I don't ever want y'all to forget it because y'all are what allows us to be able to keep doing what we're doing. But what else you got going on, man? What else you want to talk about? This is our first podcast of Swan Talks.
Oof. I mean, let's
anything.
See. Well, let's talk about the drives there, man. We have the most fun out of anybody on the drives there. Well, we're riding. I'm driving. Justin's driving. You know, Skylar doesn't have that much experience pulling a trailer. And, we do a lot of driving at night because, there's less traffic. So we try to drive a lot at night. And we just don't want nothing to happen and, Skylar, be at fault or something like that. So either me or Justin drives the most. Plus, he's got to edit the videos. We're driving from track to track, like we've got, what'd you say? We got, 15, 25 other people trying to put out the same video of the same event that we're trying to put out.
Yeah, so it is tough, and that's the reason why we try to put out a video every Monday.
Yeah.
On our vlogging channel.
Mm-hmm. But we let Skylar sit back there and edit the videos. Me and you drive, but nobody has more fun than us on the drive.
No, I think we do have a blast.
I mean, you see all the videos we've been posting and stuff like that. You just see, us singing, dancing in the truck,
living life,
locking each other out, telling them to dance or something like that. Or you see the videos that I put out. I'm calling out all the crews.
Yeah, if they do something stupid.
Yeah, we just do something stupid.
What about on this back race swing, Vegas? I've never got to race in Vegas.
I've never got to go to Vegas before.
What?
I've never been.
Let's tell them about the experience. That's one good thing I can't say about this. It's like the crew that I bring with me, the guys that I got going with me to these events. It's an experience for them too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of places that they've never got to go to or race at, and then like I've raced in a lot of places. And before this year, one of the places I haven't been to was California. Well, then we shot the TV show out in California. So
How was that?
It was great. It was amazing.
Is California
we didn't do too good, but
is California as scenic as what people see or what
I didn't get to go.
Are?
I didn't get to go in like LA and all that. Where I was at was kind of like the desert. So no, but I do hear like out downtown LA and all that. But that's on my bucket list. I do want to go back there. But I got to race in California. So another one I want to cross off my bucket list is Las Vegas, and now we're going there this year. So
do you think they'll do 4 wides?
I had mentioned it, but I don't have the say so in that. So I don't know if it'll happen or if it don't happen.
On how that would work, though. Would it be 4 race and then the 2 that make it their first advance to the next round? Or do you think it'll be a fast race? 4 race and only 1 goes?
I think it'll be a fast race. If they did 4. It'd be 4. Whoever
wins
first,
out of the 4 just goes on to the next round.
So that would be pretty amazing. Instead of racing against one person, you got to race against 3.
Oof.
So that'd be a cool deal. But Vegas is going to be fun. I'm going to rent us a house out there, and we'll be there for a whole week.
Yeah, because it's only 7 hours from Colorado.
Yeah, so we'll be there Sunday, and then Sunday to Friday we'll be in the house, and then Friday, Saturday we'll be at the track, and then we'll leave from the track, hopefully with a win.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And be heading 30 hours over to Ohio. So it's gonna be tough. But I don't know how long we've been talking for. I gotta get my guy back there to give us a better game plan. 42 minutes? Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, time went fly fast. Time went fly fast. Wow.
What kind of language was that?
Time went by fast.
So, anyways, guys, I think we should just wrap that up.
Yeah.
For this one.
Yeah.
This is our first one. Shout out to everybody that is watching. If y'all have any recommendations or any opinions, drop it in the comment section down below. Let us know what we could do to do better. I do have some guest lists, people that I'm willing to reach out to, trying to get to come out here. If y'all have somebody that you think we should bring on, drop them in the comment section down below. And we're going to work on that. We do have a lot of racing coming up. So we will be on the road a lot, but Swan Talk is going to be something big, I believe, because we're going to bring all avenues to this podcast, from all different angles, all different types of people, all different types in the industry, and not just racing related. This is going to be a lifestyle related, everything that we can put into it that's going to make it better. That's what we need to do, and we're not going to be able to do this without y'all. So I appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel. You'll be able to stay up with us. We are also working on trying to get this on other platforms, Apple Podcast, also on Spotify.
That'd be dope.
So people don't have to watch the video side of it. They could just listen to the podcast, because I'm still new to this. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to understand how it all works, but people do tell me that they like to just listen to podcasts.
Especially while driving, long distance or something like that.
So we're going to try to get that on the other platforms so people can be able to do that too. But like I said, just let us know how we're doing. Shout out to the room, the new podcast room.
This is going to look dope whenever we're done with it.
When we're done with everything, it's going to be like our own little mini man. Was it man cave?
Mini man? What the hell was that?
Mini man?
It's a man cave, dog.
Nah, it's a mini man cave because it's only 24 foot long.
Man caves are supposed to be small.
Are they?
It's a cave, yeah.
I thought caves were big.
I mean, you can make it whatever you want. There's small caves, little, big caves, wide caves, short caves. All caves matter.
Narrow caves?
Narrow caves. Guys, we also do, man. We do read all the comments on all the videos, on all the posts and stuff. Sometimes I'll go in there and like them, or I'll talk to people on there and stuff like that. Skylar does the same thing. I know Justin goes out and do it, but we do see your comments. And, you know, whenever you do criticize us or give us good criticism, we do take that into thought. You know, we do work on our stuff, on ourselves every single time we ever do a video. Skylar actually gets on Justin bad, you know. We need to do this intro right now. We need to do this outro right now. You need to say something right now. You know, back in the day, you know, we'd go only have one pass on there, no talking.
Yeah, no, we've gotten better with our videos, and our view count's getting better. It's a slow process, but I'm okay with that because, you know, growing slow means we're growing steady.
Yep.
I don't want to be one of those ones that, like, you know, blows up overnight because you can easily be shut down overnight too. That's where, so we are slow and steady. Our one channel, main channel, Justin Swanstrom is like 20,000 subscribers away from reaching 100,000.
Close.
Swan Talk is, you know, starting up, doing well. Big Country's channel. And that channel's doing good. We're getting some content out on that. You know, here soon, we're going to end up having to hire more people because this is a lot of work. But I'm okay with that as long as everything keeps growing. I want to see where this goes off and what it does. But we're going to get out of here, guys. First podcast, I believe, was a success. Like I said, let us know in the comment section. If we suck, roast us in the comment section.
Yeah, don't hold back neither.
Yeah, don't hold back. This is freedom of speech around here. Do whatever you want, say whatever you want.
Get it off your chest.
Yeah. So I'm Justin Swanstrom. This is Swan Talk.
I am Slinky.
Yeah. I like this shirt, man.
You like the shirt, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
But love, peace, chicken grease. We're gonna get out of here.
See you guys.